Hey everybody, it is Coach Megan from Get Fit New Hampshire. I'm set up in the back room where nobody knows where it is. It's top secret. And I posted some pictures of what the behind the scenes actually looks like right now because it's not as graceful as it might look on the screen. But hey, coming on today to talk about negative self-talk. Somebody who talks crap to yourself, then you can just go ahead and X out of this video. It's not for you. This is for my homies who are constantly talking crap to themselves. All this negative talk, self-talk, saying you can't do something, or you're too this, or you're too that, and you're just not enough. This video is for you, and I stole this story from my coach this week, and it really resonated with me, and I was like, man, that's a great visual story to share with the world. So here I am, kind of stepping outside my comfort zone and sharing a little story with you. So this is a soccer ball, but today it is a ball of negative self-talk. This is our negative self-talk, and this is a bucket of water also, just so you know. Okay, so this is your ball of negative self-talk. That's always just floating on top, right? There's just always these negative thoughts going through our head, this crap talking that's happening where we are not intentionally lifting ourselves up. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a live demo of this negative self-talk ball that's always floating on the surface and how you have to be super intentional with sinking that negative self-talk down and getting it out of your head. So ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. I hope you can see this. And again, I'll have to show you the videos of what this setup actually looks like because it's ridiculous. Okay, so our ball of negative self-talk is floating on top, always, right? Always floating on top. And we have to be intentional about pushing it down, always. Because the second you stop being intentional with your negative self-talk, what happens? It just comes right back to the surface, right? Every time it just comes right back up. So we have to be intentional about pushing it down and saying great things about ourselves and taking the steps in the direction to our goal or towards success or whatever looks good for us. We have to be very intentional because, again, the second you let the brakes up, negative self-talk always comes back up to the surface. So that's just a little visual aid to show you, hey, we all have those negative thoughts in our head that are always thinking like, oh, my goal's too far away. I'm never gonna get there. I'm too fat. I'm too busy. I'm too this. I'll never be able to get there. And the truth is, as long as you're thinking those thoughts, you're right. And I want you to be super intentional with pushing those down so far out of your head consistently. And I know those of you who train with Get Fit New Hampshire, you hear me harp on journaling all the time. And that's very, very intentional, very purposeful that I want you to get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper so that you can be intentional with your thoughts, your positive thoughts that are going to move you closer to your goal. I always tell the clients, there's 3 things I want you to journal every day. What did you do great today? What could you have done better today? And what are you committed to doing better tomorrow? Because that's how you set intention so that you are always taking those steps forward and not letting this is what's holding you back from results every single time. It's this right here. So be intentional today and push that ball of negative self-talk right down to the bottom. And maybe eventually with consistently pushing this ball down, maybe the ball will fill up with water and it'll be really, really heavy and it's just going to stay down. It's just going to stay at the bottom and it's not going to keep rising back up. But for now, I want you guys to be intentional and push that ball of negative self-talk right down to the bottom every time. And now's the part where I didn't think this through and my hands are wet and I have to stop the live video. But hey, those of you who are on Instagram, I'm going to give you guys because it's my phone, give you guys here's what I'm working with behind the scenes. Okay, wait, Facebook, you're coming next. I'm going to show you. I'm going to end my Instagram though. Bye guys. And then my Facebook friends, here's what's happening behind the scenes because I know you guys want to know. Look, see, that's where the computer was sitting on. And look, I've got my ball of negative self-talk is sitting on a space heater. So hey, who cares, right? You just make it work with what you got. I believe in you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.